Hello, everyone. How are we doing? We're doing still good? Cool. All right. So we are Game Makers of Finland. I'm Vilma Ramona. I'm the chair of our board, and with me I have Milla, who's our executive director. And we're here to tell a tiny bit about us, and then talking about the salary survey results of last year, and then going a little bit more into the themes of today. So, really quickly about who we are. We're a labor union specialized in the game industry, officially founded in December 2017, which makes us the first of its kind in the world. Currently, our members cover about 20% of the Finnish game industry workers, and if you want to join them, you can find out more information on member benefits and services on our website, which you can access through the QR code shown here, or go to peliala.fi on your browser. We are part of a larger ensemble with the Union of Professional Engineers in Finland and Association of IT Sector Employees, and as our member, you access their member benefits and services as well. Our mission and vision is to be a positive force within the industry through advocacy and supporting our members, as well as everyone else in the industry. Some of our achievements include creating salary recommendations based on our annual salary surveys, and we'll be briefly going through last year's surveys results in the next part. We've been able to help the industry workers in some key issues of the industry through indirect and direct action, such as discrimination, crunching, change negotiations, and other fun stuff. Now I shall give the floor to Milla to go through last year's survey's results.
Yeah, good day all, also from my side. So we do this salary survey every year, and we ask the surveys open in every October. So these results are from last October. Are you ready? Yes. Woohoo! Good. So we got 146 respondents, and this background information goes hand in hand with the Finnish game industry. And I'm so sorry, but I have to mention that the majority of the Finnish nationals, the number is 6, 7. No, okay, yeah. But it's the picture of the Finnish game industry overall. And some highlights that we want to give from this slide is like, I can't actually, oh here. Most of the answers, the respondents were senior level workers, and then there was this mid-level and lead level. And yeah, I think you want to see the numbers. So the next slide shows that the median monthly salary is 4,313 euros, but it was really wide range of the salaries. Of course, some have answered 0, and some answered more than 10,000 euros per month. But median is 4,313. Which is quite nice thing is that 52% of the respondents got increase of their salary last year. That's a good thing. So over half of them got salary increase. And on the right side, you see the pink thing, and that was the question about, is your salary kind of enough? Is your salary the salary that you think that you deserve? About half felt that their salary matched actually the demands of their work, but almost half said that no, it's not enough, I should earn more money. And that's something that we asked actually for the first time, and I think we will ask again this year. And hopefully, well, I don't know even what I'm hoping, but answer to the survey if and when you see it, and give your own answer. And here, we also study the top categories and how much money people earn in those categories. Can you actually see from the back, can you see the numbers? Good. So, in the brackets is the last year's amounts, and there has been some changes, but mainly actually I think the most important number is the median. So it's in this kind of studies, the median is usually the correct way to compare the salaries. And we asked for the first time that that community management, how much do they earn? And the median is 3,000 euros. And we will also keep that in this year's survey that will study the top categories even deeper. And there is huge difference in the QAs. So their salary has increased, or we have to admit that the people who answered in 2024 are maybe not the same people who answered last year's questions. So there could be that kind of variabilities, or then the QAs who had answered, they are in the lead positions or the senior positions. So that also explains the variation. Is there any surprises for you at this time? Okay, no surprises. Good. And then deeper. So this is shows the comparing by gender, and then the position, are you lead, senior, mid-level, or junior? And I want to highlight one thing in this, and that's the junior level. So it has decreased, and actually the average amount has decreased 500 euros. That's a lot. But it also means that shows that there's lots of more juniors in game industry, and there is so many newcomers, so many juniors, that their salaries will go lower, because so many do understand this comparison that it's the law of demand and buying kind of thing. So it's, but I'm quite happy that it's still over 2,000, and I'm really curious what it's going to be in the next year. Hopefully over 2,000 and much more. And then one more numbers here. And this, we ask about the employer situation and the future outlook. 24% feels that their workplace's future is completely secure. It gives many percents that don't feel that the workplace is secure. So really insecure times has been and still is. And 40% says that the layoffs are as at least a possibility in their company. 40%, almost half of them, that's quite worrying thing. And it shows that the industry is really unstable. Something else I want to point out is actually the pink right side thing that we asked, that do you want to continue working in game industry or in your current job? So 50% said that they want to continue working at the same job, at the current job, but 30% has decided, has considered to switch to another game company. And of course, 8% says that they have at least considered of quitting to work in the game industry, and that's also one thing that we are really worried. And just few, a summary of the open-ended responses. We found 3 main topics, and first is the well-being and coping at work. So people really want resources, more resources for stress management, understanding burnout, and have access to mental support beyond the occupational health care that their company offers. And then the need of legal support. Many respondents said that they need and are calling for legal support because, change negotiations, layoffs, pay issues, and some other employment advices that could come from the legal services. And that's something that we offer. So the legal services and this all legal support is free for our members. And if you are not a member, but you are working in a company and you will have the change negotiations, you can still contact us and we can organize change negotiations, info sessions, or whatever you might need in your company. And then one big thing is the rights of foreign employees. So we really need to clear and improve awareness of the rights of foreign employees here. And we will continue work on that, we promise. And today, after this, we will publish even more detailed survey materials in our website, like Vilma just said, peliala.fi. And we have the larger material also in our booth, which is there. So you can come there and ask, and we can show you the more detailed statistics. And hopefully it will be useful for you all. So that was my part, and I know that we're running soon out of time, but now I give few words to Vilma.
Thank you, Milla. So next, as is the theme of this event, we're going to talk briefly about AI within the game industry. So the importance of being clear and specific when talking about AI is becoming more essential than ever. AI itself is not new to the game industry. Nevertheless, when you hear people talk about AI in events and news, rarely are they talking about the same type of AI that has been around for decades. They are most likely talking about machine learning and Gen AI, which obviously includes Gen AI, as it has been associated with the term in the broader consciousness. This, in my opinion, can cause confusion and misunderstandings, especially in those who are new to the industry or haven't worked with any AI before. Merriam-Webster defines artificial intelligence as the capability of computer systems or algorithms to imitate intelligent human behavior, or as systems that make rational and autonomous decisions, like how Dr. Tommy Thompson of AI and Games describe it. These infographics by AI and Games gives us a nice detailed look on just how deep you can go when delving into AI. Here's also a good thing to remember, that Gen AI is only one part of a larger AI umbrella, and game AI itself is a completely different topic, which used to be the focus when AI was talked about within the industry. In this industry, AI can be divided into two subsections. First is symbolic or classic AI, which is the OG AI that uses automated reasoning systems built to model a problem space and search it for solutions to problems. Second is machine learning, which uses statistical methods that learn from existing data in a variety of ways. This section includes Gen AI, which we'll look closer next. So yeah, generative AI or Gen AI refers to generative AI models that generate text, images, videos, audio, code, etc. in response to given prompts based on their training data. The technology itself is not inherently bad, but Gen AI works best when it's built to address and solve a specific problem. It's good at context-sensitive decision-making, but bad at building meaningful and rich outputs. It's also more environmentally friendly to use small-scale models. It's also important to differentiate between Gen AI as a technology and what the AI industry is trying to sell you. Usually the large-scale Swiss Army knife models may bring on more burden than solutions, especially for smaller studios and individuals. These large mass market models that are fed such astronomical amounts of data from many sources that lead to the model exploiting the works of others without remuneration, which obviously can lead to legal issues. As said before, the use case for Gen AI models matter. A few examples of some companies using their models to solve actual specific problems they have are EA's Agent Merge that consolidated redundant Jira tickets, Infinity Ward's multimodal search engine for assets, and Twitch using LLMs for improved toxicity detection. When thinking about adopting Gen AI model into your production, a good thing to think about is its sustainability. This doesn't just mean its environmental impact, but also the general benefits versus possible consequences. You may increase productivity and efficiency, lower production costs, and even be able to explore ideas faster, but it may come with a cost like legal ramifications and negative environmental impact if you're using a mass-scale public model, or financial strain if you're training your own model. Using Gen AI might also have an effect on player sentiment and can cause some backlash depending how you use it. You shouldn't bring in a Gen AI model just for the sake of it. Even though the current hype around it, it's good to stay realistic in where it works and where it simply doesn't work. Whether or not you decide to adopt a model, controls and governance are imperative. It's important to internally have discussion on AI and decide on usage guidelines. This should be done even if no Gen AI will be used, and it goes without saying that the guidelines should reflect the studio's own values. The effects of this ongoing AI boom for the people in the industry and those wanting to come into it are multifaceted. Whether it's affecting the job market by being used as a reasoning for layoffs and redundancies, or resulting in a lack of entry-level work. It's good to note that fears of losing work, especially among artists and animators and QA professionals, grow faster than the direct impact on the job market as presented in the Game Dev Salary Polls 2026 by 8bit. Only about 3% of their respondents say that they have lost their job directly because of AI, although majority see it posing at least some level of risk. This doesn't mean that those fears and worries aren't having a real impact on people and job seekers. It does have an impact on the individual and that way the well-being of the whole industry. What we as a union can do about these effects are to support the workers through direct and indirect action. We protect workers' rights, negotiate good working conditions for them with the employer, and provide unemployment security through an unemployment fund. We also have the capability to influence legislation and policy. We provide and share information through our website in these kinds of events, as well as individually. We also conduct support and help research into topics that affect the industry. Here, I would also like to add that gaining core skills are more important now than ever. I would highly encourage everyone to learn the core skills of whatever one would think to adopt an AI model for. For example, basic code knowledge before having a Gen AI model code for you. This is important not just for future-proofing yourself, but also to be able to moderate and assess the model. As we can see, AI within the game industry is not inherently good or bad. It's a nuanced topic that in the current climate demands discussion. Be specific when you're talking about AI. By using correct terminology, a heap of misunderstandings can be avoided. Do your research. So talk to people who hold different perspectives, from researchers, programmers to artists, etc. And be wary of who is talking and where the information is coming from. Is it coming from a big AI company, a casual AI user, or someone that is generally more anti-AI? Think about what kinds of AI should you implement, if at all. And especially when it comes to Gen AI, think about the balance between the benefits and the possible consequences. Have real discussions and healthy discourse on AI, even if your own opinions lie in the extremes. We as an industry need to have more serious discussions on good practice in AI adoption and start carving a path forward that highlights how we can use AI responsibly. And remember, we at Game Makers of Finland are here for you to make this industry better together, step by step. And if you want access to this presentation and, as said, the full salary survey results and more, you can find them on our website later today. And I thank you for your time, and do come talk to us at our table if you have any questions or thoughts or just want to say hi. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.